Welcome back. Apparently, Nozomi is going to tell us the whole truth about whatever's going on here. But currently, I suspect that Ato is somewhere hidden in this room. My suspicion is on the locker here. It's like the size of a person standing up. You know. Go ahead. I'm all ears. Okay, but I want you to keep everything I'm about to tell you a secret from the others. So if Ato is in this room, he can undermine this sort of like relationship that's forming here. This trust. He can undermine it, be like, you told people? Like, no? Like, well, we were the only two people there. Like, you must have told them. Like, oh. And it's like, no, there's someone else in this room, isn't there? Because again, Ato was acting odd. He went off to the library. You know, in speech marks, bunny ears. Like, you know, inverted commas, whatever you want to call them. Like, it's like, did he though? Did he though? At least until we make it to day 100. That's fine. That's why you wanted to meet in my room, right? It's just the two of us here. We won't have to worry about anyone else overhearing. It'll all be okay. I'll keep it a secret. I promise. Okay. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Thank you. And with that, Nozomi started to tell the story, little by little. Right.
I told you some of this earlier, but...
Oh, the framing. He's totally in the freaking locker, isn't he? He's in the locker.
Unlike everyone else, I came to Last Defense Academy of my own volition.
Yeah, I know that part already.
I did it to fulfill the dream my mother and I shared. But also, to get revenge for my mom.
Revenge?
Revenge?
My home environment was a little unusual.
Was it a space station?
My father died in a car accident when I was little, and my mom was so busy with work she was almost never home. I was always alone, except when Mom would come home during breaks. She told me a lot about her research. She was so obsessed with it, I don't think she had anything else to talk about. She'd say it was just between us, and tell me about all of the things she'd learned, about how world death devastated the Earth's surface, and how the Tokyo residential complex was an underground shelter.
Okay.
Even that humanity was doomed to extinction at the rate things were going. I heard it all from my mom.
So you knew all those secrets from a young age?
Yes. At the time, those secrets were one of the few connections I had with her. It was still frightening, though. I cried the first time I heard about it.
Back then, I didn't really understand what kind of work my mum was doing. It is that case of like, maybe I have misinterpreted things. Maybe the world death could be a thing. I still feel like that's not right, because it wouldn't really explain the space station. So it's like, my mind's leading more towards like, you were a child, maybe you misinterpreted the words? Or maybe you were lied to? I don't know. It raises questions though, doesn't it? But as I got older, I started to get a better idea. My mom was a researcher working at Kamakura General Hospital. She was involved in a project to save humanity, because... Yeah, again, like this hospital has that dome above it.
She was so absorbed in the project that she'd forget to eat and sleep.
We've all been there.
To her, it was a mission she poured her entire life into. She'd always tell me she was going to make the project a success and save mankind. And that even though this meant I'd be lonely, we had to do what we could. Together.
When I was in the upper grades of elementary school, my mum suddenly came to me with a serious look on her face. She said she wanted me to work with her to make the project a success. By work with her, she meant she reached a crucial stage in her research that would make or break the project. After a series of failures, upper management refused to give her permission to perform more experiments, preventing her from progressing any further. That's when she asked me if I would help with the research. She was asking you to be a test subject? Sounds horrible, doesn't it? But when she asked me, I was happy.
I was so proud of my mother. She was a heroine to me, working to save humanity without anyone knowing about it. And I was happy that I could be of use to her. I thought, if I helped out with her research, we would get more time together. If you said I'd been brainwashed, it would be kind of true.
Brainwash doesn't feel right with that. It's not the term I'd go with. It's still a bit, But brainwashed? Nah. Then, on a day when the other workers were off, I went with my mum to Kamakura General Hospital.
I helped with her research as a test subject.
And that was the experiment. To transfuse cryptoglobin into you.
It seems like she regretted what she was doing. She apologized and cried a lot.
But I actually had a good time at the hospital. I'd often explore the hospital alone and give my mum a headache. I don't remember too much from that time. I guess because the rejection symptoms were so rough. That must have been hard for you. Not so much. It didn't really get bad until after that. After that, the cryptoglobin transfusion experiments kept failing and I kept experiencing rejection symptoms. Even so, the research progressed little by little. But then just after I started high school, my mother committed suicide. Oh. Suicide?
In her note to me, which I found after her death, she wrote down some of her research. But upper management didn't really tell her all that much. She didn't know how cryptoglobin came to be created.
Oh, so did she find out?
All she'd been ordered to do was find a way to transfuse it without causing rejection symptoms.
Oh, it's going to be a case of like she found out where it came from or something and be like, what is going on? So, Like, you know, I was saying, like, is that a case of, like, maybe I've misinterpreted it? Maybe I haven't misinterpreted things. Maybe it's a case of even the populace of the Tokyo residential complex have been lied to, and maybe she found out and was removed.
She'd been told that if she succeeded at that, she'd be able to save humanity from world death.
How would cryptoglobin save humanity?
According to her suicide note, there were enemies of mankind trying to prevent humanity from surviving world death. My mom was told this power was needed to eliminate those enemies.
Were they talking about the invaders? Is that the battle we're involved in now? I think so, but she didn't include anything more in her note. Enemies of mankind, huh? The invaders were created in order to advance world death. But basically the personification of world death itself. See, I still feel like that's a lie. Because it just seems a bit odd. Does that still hold up as true? And again, doesn't explain the space station. That's no moon. Why did she take her own life? Was it because the research wasn't going well? She found out too much. She found out too much. She was killed. No, our experiment was advancing slowly but surely. The rejection symptoms were lessening, and if we'd had time to do more, I'm certain we could have pulled off a flawless transfusion. Mom and I were both convinced we could, but at one point she got a notice from upper management. She was ordered to stop her research. Why? They never told her the reason. It just said cryptoglobin transfusions were no longer required. Because they had created hybrids. Just like that. The research my mum had poured her life into was unceremoniously brought to an end.
And she blamed herself for being unable to succeed with her research, for bringing her daughter into it, only to get no results. I think that guilt is what drove her to suicide.
So that's what happened. When Mum died, the first thing I felt, it wasn't sadness, but anger. Anger? Anger at upper management who abruptly dropped her research. And anger at my mum for giving up and taking her own life despite how important she'd insisted this mission was. Yeah, I'm with you on that, but I'm thinking like, yeah, it's like she was removed. I've been going on for a while. I'm sorry. Are you tired of listening? Should we take a little break? I was hoping there was going to be something going on here. Like, it's like, just peek around. Just peek in the little holes. Open the door. Something. So he's gonna be in there, isn't he? He's gonna be in there. I'm fine. If you're okay, can you tell me the rest? Yeah, of course. After my mother's suicide, I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital a few times.
I wanted to know why management cut her off.
Again, the framing is like, it's just right there.
And while I was looking into it, I learned about you and the others. I found information saying a special defense unit of youths with the power of cryptoglobin had been formed.
And that was us.
Maybe another researcher succeeded at the transfusion. Or maybe you had unique qualities that prevented rejection.
Or you had been created. Maybe they're not even hybrids. Maybe they're just full on like, because if there's humanoid like invaders and the commanders and stuff like that, maybe these kids, they are actually the vile and barbaric enemy. Maybe I think I had that as an idea way back, didn't I? Like the idea that, like, maybe they'd been taken and they'd been convinced they're human and they're actually something else. Like, maybe they're not hybrids or anything like that. They are literally just the same as the rest. Like, maybe Nozomi is the only human here, kind of thing. Maybe.
Whatever the reason, you were all successes. So, my mom and I were no longer necessary.
I don't have any memory of receiving a transfusion. When would we actually have had it done? When I first fought in the Tokyo residential complex to protect Karawa, I could already use hemo enema. In that case, was it before then? I looked into it, and it turned out the goal of the Special Defense Unit was to eliminate the enemies of mankind and save humanity. It's just like Mum said. When I found that out, I started thinking, if I joined the Special Defense Unit and helped save humanity from the vile and barbaric enemy, I could redeem my mother to the people who cut off our research. I could prove that what my mum and I had done wasn't meaningless. Well, I can see that, though. That's why you decided to come here. How did you get here? Did you find out where Last Defense Academy was during your search? No, I didn't even know this place existed until I got here. But the last time I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital, I just happened to find you guys. You found us?
Everyone was sleeping inside of these weird machines. As soon as I saw you, I knew you had to be the members of the Special Defense Unit, the youths with the power of cryptoglobin.
Isn't that case now where it's like Moko isn't here? So I'm assuming Moko was going to be that last one?
I found you just as you were about to be sent off somewhere. I figured you were going to fight against those enemies of mankind I'd heard about. It was an all-or-nothing gamble, but I went inside one of the empty machines.
Next thing I knew, I'd arrived at second to last Defense Academy. These machines. Must have been those capsules in the weird classroom, right? So, were we all put inside those and sent here from Kamakura General Hospital? Yes, I think they stopped working because they'd fully served their purpose. I've got to say, going through all that to get here was really reckless of you. Even I never imagined that things would work out so well. But now that I've made it here, I want to fulfill that dream that my mum and I shared. I'll fight the enemies of mankind, the vile and barbaric enemies. And when humanity has been saved, I'll go to my mum's grave. And I'll proudly tell her of what we achieved. I see. That's why you have such strong determination to fight. Actually, I'm surprised that you guys were kept in the dark for so long. If I imagined you wouldn't even know about cryptoglobin. So I couldn't tell you about my past.
Huh?
What do you mean? At first, you all resented being brought here, seeing as no one told you anything. If any one of us knew the circumstances, the others would inevitably be suspicious. And then if everyone found out my mother was a researcher, they might even have suspected me of being behind all this. So that's why you decided to hide it. Couldn't let myself get kicked out due to suspicion after everything I'd done to get here. But it was painful to keep it from everybody because I felt like I was being deceptive. But didn't they notice that you'd snuck in? I don't really know why, but he didn't seem to notice. Even when he found out I couldn't use hemo-anima properly, he just provided me a special combat suit. When things like this happen, and that's the artificial class armor you use. Things probably would have been different if I'd met Sarai first, but they were really nonchalant about all of it. Still don't understand why no one told us any of this. Don't even remember receiving a cryptoglobin transfusion. All I know is that when the Tokyo residential complex got attacked, I was suddenly able to use this mysterious power. How about that? I haven't been able to ask until now, but did the complex really get attacked? I never heard anything about that. You didn't? How's that possible? The whole place was in chaos. Everyone else experienced it. How could you not? I know, that's why it's so strange. Wonder why I didn't notice. Because you were in the actual one and these ones weren't. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't notice. Wait, maybe it's not a case of noticing or not. Maybe she just forgot it? Like how we forgot about our transfusions? Or you guys have fake memories implanted. And she's the only real human, and she was actually in a complex that actually isn't underground, it's in a space station. The moon. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I may have gone on a tangent there, but that's the end of my story. This is really everything. Told you everything about me now, Takumi. I see. Still shocked and confused, but anyway, thank you for telling me. Not at all. Feel relieved to get it off my chest.
It may be a coincidence that I met you all here, but I think of everyone as good friends now. I really love all of you. It pains me to keep hiding things from the others, but I still want to fight as a part of this team.
Well, it's not like you're lying, per se, or even being deceitful, really. We have 26 days left. You can tell them the truth when it's over. When we've saved humanity and gotten our happy ending, they'll forgive you for being a little secretive.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyway, no matter how many unsolved mysteries there are, it's all coming to an end in 26 days. Cryptoglobin, the invaders, world death, saving humanity, even the problems with our memories. None of that really matters. Not if things end happily.
Yeah, unless you've been lied to!
Let's keep protecting the school until day 100. We'll all work together to make it happen.
We'll be fine. It's weird, but I have a feeling it'll be okay.
I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
Ever since I accepted that Nozomi and Karawa are different people, I feel like I've been able to bond with Nozomi. I'm really happy that we can trust each other as allies in battle. I'm going to save humanity with her and get back to the Tokyo residential complex. Then I can return to my peaceful life. Phew, after talking so much, I'm thirsty. Takumi, how about we have some tea in the cafeteria? Sure, I'm parched. Oh. I expected it to be like, ha ha ha, Eito is coming out of the locker. Nozomi and I left my room and spent some time chatting over tea in the cafeteria. Eventually we parted ways and I once again returned to my room. Oh, I was hoping we went back there and the locker door was slightly open. Because again, it's just that little bit where it's like, the framing and everything. Nozomi's story was shocking, but it really helped me organize my thoughts. At any rate, instead of racking my brain over things I don't understand, I'll concentrate on defending this place for the remaining 26 days. Then everything will come to a happy end. I'll do whatever it takes to get us there. I decided to stop running around for the day, spend some time quiet in my room. Yes. So ended my 74th day at Last Defense Academy. Day 75. Violent Barbaric Academy. Yep. It's morning. Guess I should head to the cafeteria. Alright. What's gonna happen now? Something bad. Everyone seems happy. As soon as I stepped into the cafeteria, a cheerful voice came my way. Good morning, Takumi. Hey, listen to this. What happened? This morning I tried making twice cooked pork. Fried it with fresh caramel instead of miso. It was super sweet. I bet. Should I make some for you too? Or would you prefer a chocolate maple tofu bowl? No, I'm good, thanks. I'll make my own food. Okay, just let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Oh, Kaku is really lively today. Thought she'd be more depressed about Ima. It's more that case of like, because we're determined to try and go find him. She's happy. She's got a drive. She's got a purpose. Hey, is Yukimu coming? Not that we need him around. Yukimu's been holed up in the biolab since last night. Hasn't even been back to his room. He said he was making some interesting medication, right? I bet it's something seriously messed up. That dude was born creepy. I'm worried about him being all cooped up. Maybe I'll go by later and check on him. Please don't. I'll only try to turn you into a test subject. Test subject? I'll be fine. Nozomi inadvertently reacted to those words. Well, after the talk we had yesterday, it must still be fresh in her mind, like, yeah. Hold on. Now I'm gonna train. Let me know if there's anything I can help out with. Bye-bye. Kako said this in an eager tone and rushed out of the cafeteria. Is that girl okay? What's not okay about her? She's raring to go. Come on, she's obviously putting on a brave face. For real? Oh, that is just an act. Lady Kako has deceived us. She didn't deceive anyone. She's just trying to keep us from worrying. If you look closely, you can see her eyes are swollen from crying. Like, oh. Sometimes I cry non-stop for no reason at night. Usually end up like that the next morning. Her brother, who she's never been apart from, is missing. And we have no idea where he is. Like, what's going on with Darumi? She's obviously worried. Even if she's forcing herself to act cheery. Poor Kako. I'm so powerless, unable to help, even when a beloved friend is suffering. This depressing conversation is beneath nobility like myself. I could do something to cheer her up. Why me? Because you've been completely useless so far. I was taking pity on you by creating an opportunity for you to redeem yourself. No thanks. But Gaku, you're surprisingly suitable for the test, don't you think? You have lots of siblings. You must be used to consoling the younger ones. Calls them siblings, but they're not blood related. Hey, you're not supposed to mention that. Have a little tact. Seriously, why do I have to be the one to deal with this? I expected this resistance. It wouldn't be like you to do anything to make yourself more likable. Fine, I'll hire you for 5,000 yen an hour. If you want money, go console Kaka. Leave it to me! Your likability is tanking. Shut it, dude. What's the problem with working for money? You're trying to make enemies of all the employees in the world? You're a dumbass if you don't accept an opportunity to nab some cash just for cheering someone up. You're right though, Gakko couldn't get more greedy than he already was. Maybe we should give her some space. This might be the time to leave her be. Oh, is that so? Stop it, you're messing up my chance of doing business here. Sorry, I'll leave it to you. Just don't come on too strong. We parted ways after breakfast and returned to our respective rooms. Again, I keep looking at that locker being like, is something going to happen? Couldn't do anything yesterday, so I'd better get moving today to make up for it. We don't know when the vile and barbaric enemy will attack next. I need to be prepared. Good, I need some free time. New VR training missions. Okay. Let's actually have a word of Ato. I'm going out to explore and do some reconnaissance. Are you? If I find anything useful, I'll be sure to share it with you. Alright then, alright then. We can't go to the biolab though. What are you up to, Yugamin? What are you up to? Dun, 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 dun. Go with a book cover. Yes. He likes bugs, so, you know.
You truly understand me, Takumi.
It did go up. I want my rank to go up. I need my rank to go up. What other book things could we create? Let's do the filter. Category books. Have we made that already? Don't know if we have.
You truly understand me, Takumi.
Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted.
Harry's.
Normal. Time to sleep already. I'm relieved today went by without incident, but there's no reason to think things will continue on peacefully. The vile and barbaric enemy will be desperate to attack. I'm unbearably anxious and scared for the remaining days. Just have to go for it. My only choice for survival. And so pass my 75th night at the Last Defense Academy.